Hey everybody, I just thought I'd come back with another video. I just have a couple of questions and I wanted to, pose those to you all. The first one is, what would happen if you did not receive a paycheck for 2, 3, 4 weeks? You didn't get a check. What would happen if the government decided to cut off all of your benefits, like your Social Security, your food stamps, your monthly check? What if the government decided today that they're going to stop doing that? Where would you be? How would you sustain yourself? Like, how would you take care of yourself? How would you take care of your family's needs? Do you have like a rich family member that has a lot of land that can accommodate the family if something happened to, we all needed to, rally together? Do you have a rich family member? Do you have a trust fund? How much land does your family own? When I ask myself those questions, it's no to each and every one of them. Nope, I don't have a rich family member that can accommodate the family. No, I don't have a trust fund. No, I don't own any land that would be beneficial to be able to sustain me and my family for the duration. I don't have any of those. And the question is, when are we going to start rallying around each other? When are we going to start to understand that as a community, we need to start working together? Because the reality is, I don't know anybody that has any wealth. Right? I know some people that have a little bit more than others because they work and they generate an income, but having an income and having wealth are two different things. It bothers me a lot to know that I've done everything that society has said that I needed to do in order to live the American dream. And I can tell you, it's pretty much a nightmare. I'm a business owner, y'all. And the other day I said, let me go to the bank and see if I can get a loan. Them motherfuckers said, no. Bitch, no. Okay? They said no. So I'm going to ask you again. If you did not receive a paycheck 2, 3, 4 weeks, they decided to cut off all your government assistance, where would you pull resources from? And the problem is, we as a community, we like to rally around everybody else and everybody else's cause. We're there to support everybody. People come to the country, they step on our necks in order to get ahead of us in the country that our ancestors built. And most of us are struggling. And nobody cares. We don't even seem to care. So say they stopped your check and, the government said, we're done giving out money. And they made soup lines for everybody to, you go to the soup line and get you some soup. You probably wouldn't even get a bowl of soup because the line would be so long. By the time you got to get your soup, sorry, we're out of soup. So, the other day I was watching TV. I saw the president, his wife, Al Sharpton. I saw the Black Caucus. Everybody wants us to rally around ASAP Rocky so that he can be freed. Now, I think ASAP said some things that disqualified him, or at least he feels like he's no longer one of us. He arrived somewhere. He's different now. So I guess karma for him would be a bitch. His situation is unfortunate, but what you gonna do? He don't think he's melanated descendant of slaves or wherever the hell he's from. He done kind of lost his mind, and hopefully he'll find it while he's over there in Sweden. They're showing him he's still a nigga. Okay? That's just what it is. But the question again is, and I want you to think about that, because we got people that are fighting for reparations for descendants of slaves, and we got melanated people who are descendants of slaves who don't think that we should be asking for it. Like we're asking for a handout. And no, it's a debt that needs to be paid, period. And me having kids and having grandkids, and they're going to have kids and they're going to have grandkids, I don't have nothing to leave for them. And like I said, I've done everything that I was supposed to do in order to live this so-called American dream. And I can't afford to live it, y'all. And I know I'm not by myself. So the question is, when do we start to rise up as a community and fight for ourselves and what we need? And I want you to think farther than you. Think about your kids. Think about their kids. And think about their kids. If it's bad for us right now, what do you think is going to be for them if we don't do something? We can't keep waiting for somebody else to do something. Because every time we do that and we depend on anything other than ourselves, and I don't know why y'all still dependent on those Democrats. I'm not saying the Republicans are any better, but the Democrats definitely ain't trying to do nothing for you. Until we decide to, rally together, like I was saying, and do something for ourselves, we are in trouble. And I ask that you think about your kids and your grandkids and their kids. And what do you have to leave for them? Because I'm going to get real honest. Right now, I don't have anything. I'm not one to put on airs and fronts and tell you that my life is gravy. No, I struggle just like everybody else. Rob Peter to pay Paul. And Paul might not get paid. So, the question again. If you did not receive a check 2, 3, 4 weeks, they cut off all your government assistance today, how would you sustain yourself and your family? I'm going to leave you to think about that.